And it's time to prep for dinner. Okay, guys, what I am going to teach you is this wonderful meal called gallina al horno. It's an Argentinian dish that my mom used to make, and I want to share that with you, okay? So what we have here is I have, and this is all organic, so this is fennel, garlic, sweet potato. Look at the beautiful red onion, and that is an organic red onion. Some little potatoes. You can use any potato you want. You don't have to worry about that. Then over here, I have butternut squash. I have some carrots. I have some colored peppers, because remember, peppers are high in nutrients and very, very, very good for you. And then the start of the show is my organic chicken. And I'm going to show you how to do all of this, and it's going to be super, super delicious. Okay, then for the herbs, I have some Italian herbs that are dried, but I also am going to add some oregano, some rosemary, and thyme. I love thyme. I'm in love with thyme. Here I have black pepper, granulated garlic, and we have salt and olive oil. Okay, so how do we start doing this milanesa? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the olive oil and I'm just going to drizzle it on my chicken. I know, you guys are saying, what? Why are you doing that? Don't worry about it. And then I'm going to put in this beautiful pan that I have here the rest. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use all of the herbs. I'm just going to stick them all in there just like that. Also with my seasoning. And also what I'm going to do to this is I am going to add salt, okay? This is going to be the salt for everything. All right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle. You know the shuffle? It's a shuffle. If you don't have fresh herbs, guys, don't worry about it. Use some Italian herbs, okay? This is all about Italian herbs. All right. So now, what I like to do is I kind of like to go like this too on the sides so nothing burns, you know? See what I'm doing? I'm just using the back of the spoon so I can get everything in there. Okay. So now these guys, what I'm going to do with these guys is I am going to take my chicken and I am just going to shuffle it in there like that, and then I'm going to turn it to the side. You see what I did? Let me show you that technique. Take my chicken. Okay. My hands are very, very clean. And then I'm just going to shuffle it like that. Okay, look at this, look at this, look at this. All right, my chicken is going to be in the bottom. Look at that, look at that. You see that? You see all that herb chicken over there? All right. And it's just my husband and I, but at least this will be good for us, and we may have some leftovers. Okay, so now I have another piece of chicken that I needs to come over here. So what I got here is 2 chicken breasts. I like whole chicken, so then that way I can take the middle of the chicken, the inside of the chicken, the one that you just don't use, but I put that in the freezer and I make wonderful chicken stock with it. So don't throw anything away. My parents never threw anything away. We had chickens in Argentina and we had a beautiful garden. My father always made sure. Okay, so in the oil that I have here from the other things, I'm just going to add the fennel. See what I'm doing here, guys? Hey, Tracy. Okay, buongiorno. Remember, I taught you buongiorno. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding right here the, the fennel. Okay, and when I get my fennel, to be honest with you, I just cut the whole thing up. And then I'm just going to put it in between the chickens. You see what I'm doing? All right. See what I'm doing, guys? I'm working with that. All right, got my fennel nice and yummy, yummy, yummy. I'm using one hand, so I keep the one hand going, okay? Let me bring the rest of my vegetables closer to me here. I'm gonna get my garlic in here with my fennel. All right. And I'm using my hand. My hand is very oiled, and I just keep putting it. I'm gonna put that on top of my chicken, the garlic. It's a lot of prepping, but guess what? You stick that in the oven at 350 degrees, uncovered, for about 45 minutes. Okay? So now I am going to take the peppers because the peppers, you know, they're, I'm sticking my peppers right here. I'm using one hand, guys. You know how it is with me. Hey Cindy, thank you so much for joining. This is healthy eating, healthy cooking. And I started this to help everybody learn what I do to keep myself healthy. So all of this you guys can research. Peppers are very, very good for you, especially I love to eat them raw. Okay, so now I am going to add the peppers on top of my chicken. You see what I'm doing, guys? Isn't this beautiful? You see how pretty this is? And they all get along so well. They all like each other. Okay, so now I'm going to take my onions. Okay, just put the onions right on top of the chicken. Look at that, 350 in the oven, 45 minutes. Keep checking everything. Your house is going to smell amazingly delicious. Amazingly delicious. And you know what, my mom, when she would make this, you know, she would make a big pot of it. I mean, not a big pot, a big tray like this that I'm using. You see what I'm using right here. Again, remember, 350. Okay, so now I'm going to put my sweet potatoes. I am just going to nestle them right in here. See what I'm doing, guys? All right, and don't worry about them having any oil yet, because I'm going to show you something else that you guys can do, okay? So now comes my carrots. Put them all in there. This is an incredible meal. It's got all the vegetables in there, okay? You follow me? Okay, this is Cucina al horno. It's an Argentinian dish. Now I'm taking the potatoes right in there. And I'm using these cute little potatoes. Aren't they cute? God, I just love vegetables. I love how God created everything for us. All right, so now I'm going to salt. I'm going to salt all of this. You see what I'm doing? Salt all of this. You see that, guys? You see that, guys? Okay, you see that? Using my hands. Everybody gets salt. I don't use a lot of salt. Okay, so now I am going to take the olive oil and I'm just going to drizzle it through all of my vegetables. You see that? You see what I'm doing, guys? You see that? Look at that. Okay, you see what I done? I'm going to take the same hand, because I wash everything, you know. And the chicken is on the bottom. All the vegetables are on top, okay? And then what I'm going to do with this, I am kind of cover this, and when I am ready to cook this, I will put it in a 350 oven for 45 minutes to an hour, and you know, just to check how things are going, because remember, the chicken is going to be cooking, and so is the potatoes. Some people, you know, my mom never put the chicken on top. She always just did it like so. So the juices go to the bottom, because it's got the skin. I left the skin in there. So for all that joined, this is called Cucina al horno. It's like an Argentinian dish, and that my mom used to make when we lived in Argentina. Okay, so again, this is prepping for dinner. It's got everything. It's got your potatoes, it's got your vegetables, it's got your chicken, and 350-degree oven, guys, for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Check it. If you want, you know, you can just I would just check it with a fork, the potatoes, because everybody cooks together. And your house is going to smell amazing, incredible. So again, cover this up, put it in the refrigerator, and then what I do is I put the oven at 400, I bring it down to 350, and while the oven is heating, I take the tray out of the refrigerator, so it kind of gets a little bit into room temperature, and then I stick this into the oven for approximately 45 minutes to an hour, checking my vegetables. Remember, I have my chicken on the bottom. Make sure that is all cooked. And this will be a wonderful dinner, and may God bless you and keep you safe. And thank you so much for joining, and I pray that you guys will try these dishes, bringing you from my cucina to your cucina. Cucina means kitchen. From my cucina to your cucina. This is Elena from Elena's Test Kitchen, saying thank you so much for joining, and I love each and every one of you. God bless every one of you. Thank you. Bye-bye.